Are you struggling to stay consistent on YouTube because you have kids, a full-time job, or maybe you're even facing burnout? Maybe you have some health issues. Life is just throwing curveballs at you. Well, in today's video, I'm going to talk about how to stay consistent with YouTube despite all of the things that life throws at you. So if that sounds good to you, stick around. I just want to let you know that I have been building my YouTube channel through all the chaos of life. I have 3 children. They're all very young. I have a busy life, and if I can do it, you can do it. So I really want to emphasize that before we jump into the actual content of this video. But you can do YouTube even though you have a full-time job, even though you have a busy life and you have a hectic schedule. You just have to make it a priority. Okay, let's talk about the reality of your chaos. So a lot of you have messaged me or commented in my videos that you really just don't know how to get it all done. You feel like you are a parent, a caregiver, you work long hours, and it just seems like there is 0 time left to try to build a YouTube channel, let alone film videos, edit videos, and post videos. And I totally get it. I've definitely been there, and I'm living that every day of my life. But let me tell you, consistency is possible under those circumstances. The trick is finding structure in the chaos. So let's talk about how to make that happen in 5 easy steps. Number 1, break your content into small, manageable pieces. Looking at the big project of getting a video up on YouTube seems daunting. It seems like a lot to get done, but if you break it down into smaller pieces, it won't seem as daunting. For example, you could start with an outline. Do the outline one morning while you're having coffee. You could start with the script. Once you have the outline, you could think about the main script that you want to write for that video, right? And then you could have the next piece could be actually deciding when you film the video. And you could also film the video in chunks as well. Maybe in the morning you have a few minutes while your children are eating breakfast. And I'm speaking from experience, by the way. When my kids would sit down to eat breakfast, I would run upstairs, film as much as I could of one video. Then I hear them call, "Auntie, I'm hungry," or "I'm done." And then I would go downstairs, I'd hit pause and clean up the table and do all the parenting stuff. And then when I have another moment when the kids are playing nice together, I run back upstairs and I hit record on my camera and I finish that video. So find how you can break it down into manageable steps and just keep a tally of those steps so you know what you need to do. So it's less daunting. So you, like I said, you could create a script, you could create an outline while you're waiting for water to boil, while you're cooking food at night, whatever the case might be, whether maybe you're at work, you're working late, but there's a 5-minute break, a 10-minute break, a half-hour break for lunch, whatever it is. In that moment, you could write down some notes on your phone. You could even do a voice record of yourself with a video idea and just keep your notes in an organized way so that when you go to record, you have those notes somewhere easily accessible so that you can record that video when you have time to record that video. And it's the same process with editing and uploading and making thumbnails and titles and all of that stuff. Just break it down into manageable steps so that you can get it done despite the chaos in your life. Step number 2 is to batch content when you can. So let's say you want to post a video once a week, but on the weekends, you have at least 2 hours where you could devote directly to YouTube. And you've already done all the prep work during the week of writing the script and the outline. You've even rehearsed it in your head a few times, or maybe driving in the car, you've rehearsed your script and the pacing of what you want to say. So maybe on that Saturday, you reserve 2 hours and you record as many videos as you possibly can in those 2 hours. At a minimum, 2 videos in 2 hours. And the reason I say that is so that you can get ahead by 1 week. Being ahead by 1 week will let you feel like even though your life is chaotic, you're still ahead with your YouTube schedule. So I highly recommend if you can find 2 hours of your day somewhere where it's quiet and you can film your videos, to do that so that you can get ahead and you can feel like you're making progress with your YouTube channel. Step number 3. Create a flexible content posting schedule. Yes, I said flexible. I know people say, lots of YouTubers out there say, pick a day to post and make sure it's the same time every time you post every week. But here's the thing, it's better to post a video than to not post a video and be consistent. If you're posting 1 video a week and 1 week you post it on Tuesday and 1 week you post it on Thursday, I don't care. That's consistent. You're posting 1 video a week. It's better to be consistent in that manner than to try to stick to a schedule of Tuesday at 2 o'clock. And then if you miss Tuesday at 2 o'clock, you feel like a failure for the rest of the week. When in fact, you could have gotten that video done maybe by Thursday or Friday of that week, right? And that will give you the upper hand on being consistent if you don't have to stick with a strict schedule, because life does throw us curveballs. Life is hectic. If you have a full-time job, maybe you have 2 jobs, maybe you have kids and a job, whatever your case may be, this flexibility in your posting schedule will help to actually keep you consistent because you don't feel like if you missed your deadline, then you missed that opportunity that week to post a video. I would say that sometimes it's better to break the rules when it comes to YouTube strategy so that you actually continue to post videos. versus sticking strictly to that strategy and not posting videos. Just like you will hear the advice all the time that you must do your titles and thumbnails before you even create your video. I have never done that. I have tried to do it. It just doesn't work for me. I always create my thumbnails and my titles after I receive my videos back from my editor. And I've always done that from the beginning, even when I didn't have an editor. I always created the titles and the thumbnails after the fact, after I had created the video. So you don't have to follow the rules specifically if they're holding you back. If you can follow the rules and continue and be consistent on YouTube, go for it. But for those of you that are rule breakers or don't fit into a mold, feel free to do what works for you, because what works for you will get you further on YouTube than what doesn't work for you. If I tried to make sure that I had my titles ready and my thumbnails ready before I even filmed my video, I wouldn't be anywhere near the subscriber count or the videos that I've uploaded on my channel at this point in time. So do what works for you, not what you're told to do. Number 4, you don't need fancy equipment on YouTube. I started my YouTube channel, my journey, with a laptop, an old MacBook Air laptop, and I used the internal camera on it, and I filmed through iMovie to produce my videos. So you can start with basics. Use your phone if you have a phone. The iPhones have great cameras. Most phones today have really great cameras on them. So start with simple tools. If you feel like you have to get the next best camera or have the next best gear, or you're waiting till you can afford or save up for that camera or save up for that gear, it's just wasting time. Just use what you have and get started. Because when you take action, you will go further with YouTube than not taking action. Again, it's all about taking action, posting videos, filming yourself, and just getting them out there. Hit record and start making videos. And if you're busy with life, you don't have time to be fiddling with the cameras and trying to figure out all the new settings on a camera. Just Google how to use your phone for recording your videos on YouTube, and bada bing, it's done. Don't overcomplicate things. Overcomplicating things will slow you down, especially when you lead a very busy life already and maybe your brain power is a little bit lower than most. And step number 5, automate or outsource where you can. If you can hire an editor, a budget editor, I definitely recommend that to just get started so that maybe you don't even want to do the editing. Maybe the editing is holding you back from posting videos. And despite all the chaos in your life and being a parent and all that stuff, you know you could grow a YouTube channel if you didn't have to edit the videos. So start using some of the income from your day job to feed into your new side hustle of YouTube and spend it on editing. That is the best place to spend your money if you want to get started on YouTube and the editing is holding you back. I have an editor that I recommend in this post. If you want to check them out, you can check the link in the description below. So hopefully that was helpful. I want to give you one more bonus tip that I think is really important for new YouTubers or people trying to build a YouTube channel while they have a busy life. And that is the ability to say no. By saying no to other things, you're able to say yes to your YouTube channel. And having boundaries in your life so that you can protect your goals and your dreams is so important for building a YouTube channel. So if this is something you really want to do, get comfortable with saying no to people about certain things so that you can reserve time for you and for your dreams and growing your YouTube channel. I hope you found this helpful. And if you have any video requests of things you would like me to make videos on, please let me know in the comments below as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.